Did you know all prime numbers are 1 away from a multiple of 6? Well, besides 2 and 3. But how do we know this? Let's find out. All positive integers can be written in one of these 6 forms, where n is a non-negative integer. So let's see which of these forms can be a prime number. Let's start with 6n. Numbers of this form are just multiples of 6, so prime numbers cannot be found here. Now, for 6n plus 1, we can't do anything with numbers in this form, so let's move on to 6n plus 2. We can factor this as 2 times 3n plus 1. So these are multiples of 2, which cannot be prime, unless n equals 0, because we get 2 times 1, which is 2, which is prime. And we can say a similar thing to numbers of the form 6n plus 3, because we can factor this as 3 times 2n plus 1. These are multiples of 3, which cannot be prime unless n equals 0, because we get 3 times 1, which equals 3, and 3 is prime. And for 6n plus 4, we can factor this as 2 times 3n plus 2, and whatever non-negative integer we plug in for n, we won't get a prime number. Now, I can't do anything with numbers of the form 6n plus 5, but I do know that prime numbers are of this form, like 5 and 11. And I do know that prime numbers are of this form, like 7 and 13. So the only places that prime numbers can be are in these two forms, 6n plus 1 and 6n plus 5, or 1 away from a multiple of 6. Now, this is not saying that all numbers in these two forms are prime numbers, but rather, prime numbers can only be in one of these two forms. Well, unless it's 2 or 3.